Arlington is steeped in a rich history that dates back to the days of Native Americans. It was home to the Algonquian-speaking Massachusetts tribes, who lived here for thousands of years before the arrival of the European settlers. These tribes inhabited the area until the 1600s, when English settlers moved in and traded or bought the land. Some of it from Squaw Sachem, the local woman leader, who sold her land for a few strings of wampum, a handful of gold, and a new wool coat every year, attested to in the treaties held in the Massachusetts archives. In 1643, with other chiefs, including Massasoit, she signed, with her mark, a treaty by which she agreed to abide by the laws of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, and to allow her subjects to be instructed in the Bible. This agreement promised her the same protection and privileges as the colonists. During this time, monotony was established and grew, eventually becoming West Cambridge, then Arlington, and the bustling modern community it is today. The legacy of indigenous people is remembered through the art of local sculptor Cyrus E. Dallin. His work captures the life and culture of native tribes, showing traditional clothing, jewelry, and other aspects of their lifestyle. Dallin's work is a glimpse into their vibrant culture, a testament to their unique heritage, and serves as a bridge between past and present. The town relocated the Jefferson Cutter House to Arlington Center in 1989 and, in 1991, modified the area of Whitmore Park, which came to accommodate the Cyrus E. Dallin Art Museum in that house in 1998. Constructed in 1832, the Cutter House has a classic saltbox design, known for its elaborate entrance and two symmetrical half-gabled wings called Beverly Jogs. Saltboxes are a popular style of framed house in New England, characterized by a two-story front and a single-story rear. The roof is pitched with unequal sides, shorter and higher in the front, longer and lower in the back. The front of the house is flat, while the back has a steep, sloped roofline. The sloping roof design helps snow melt faster when exposed to the sun and deflects strong winds prevalent in the region. A central chimney, and in some houses, too, is a standard feature, and the fireplaces serve as a focal point inside. Saltboxes have been built for centuries, providing cozy living spaces for families and protection against New England's harsh winter storms. The Cutters, English immigrants, settled in monotony during the 17th century. They and others ran mills along Mill Brook, which flowed from Great Meadows in Lexington to the Arlington Heights Reservoir down the brook through the Mystic Lakes down Mystic River to the sea. Jefferson Cutter, born in Arlington, which was then known as West Cambridge in 1803, was the seventh generation of the Cutter family to inherit and operate mills. He is the Jefferson Cutter House builder with its handcrafted front door. Near the junction of Massachusetts Avenue and Forest Street, he established a wood-turning business and manufactured edge tools in a mill previously owned by his grandfather, Gershom Cutter IV. 1802, is still located at 1146, Massachusetts Avenue and is listed on the National Historic Register. After 147 years, in late 1970, the Meirak family acquired a 12-acre property, including the Jefferson Cutter House. The Meirak family has a remarkable story of resilience and hope. They rose from the ashes of the Ottoman Turkish genocide of 1915 to 1923, when over 1 million Armenians were killed in a brutal campaign of ethnic cleansing. John Meirak survived the slaughter and fled to the United States, where he and his wife Artemis eventually settled in Arlington. Despite difficulties and struggles, the Meiraks persevered and thrived. They built successful businesses and have become pillars of the community. Their story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and a reminder of how far one family can come in the face of insurmountable odds. John Meirak generously sold the Jefferson Cutter House to the town for $1 on October 10, 1989. It was a historic moment. Citizens gathered along Massachusetts Avenue to witness the large Cutter House, already atop timbers on a flatbed truck, be slowly transported down the road for 1.5 miles. It was a glorious moment for all Arlingtonians as the late 1980s faded into memory. The arrival of the Cutter House in Arlington Center was extraordinary. It was an essential milestone in preserving Cyrus Dallin's work because this unique structure eventually became the home for his art. With a crane, workers slowly and carefully removed the house from the top of the large red truck and placed it on wooden blocks in the center of the property. Once the house was secure, the construction workers carefully unbolted and removed the large wooden beams which held the house during transport. When the beams were removed, the crew used a series of ropes and pulleys to lower the house onto the new foundation. All of this was an arduous process, and the workers had to be extremely careful not to damage the house. Fortunately, it was in remarkably good condition considering its age. The workmen made sure the house was properly supported and secure and that the house was level. They checked for a sound roof, and all the windows and doors worked. Now that the house was stabilized, they prepared it for its new tenants. This included cleaning the house's interior and ensuring the ceilings, walls and floors were in good condition. They checked that the electrical, lighting, and plumbing systems were working and up to date. The first inhabitant was the visitor center which resided there from 1992 to 2000. The Chamber of Commerce also took up residence in the 1990s and is there today. After years of preparation, on October 18, 1998, the Cyrus E. Dallin Art Museum opened its door with the Paul Revere and the Family and Friends galleries, honoring Dallin's immense talent. Since its beginning, the museum has continued to grow, welcoming visitors worldwide to marvel at and appreciate the beauty of its collections. From sculptures to paintings and memorabilia, the museum offers an unparalleled opportunity to admire and enjoy an extensive array of original art. Dallin's sculptures of native peoples are his most renowned works. His interaction with the Utes, with whom he grew up, inspired him to represent their culture accurately and respectfully. He depicted Native Americans in diverse roles, from warriors to mothers and children. He incorporated many traditional native symbols into his works. He was dedicated to honoring these people in his art and educating the public about their culture. Dallin's sculpture of Paul Revere, which stands in Boston's North End, symbolizes the American Revolution. He created his first model for the competition in 1883, signed a contract with the city of Boston in 1885, and sculpted 6 more models, but his 7th was accepted and cast into bronze in 1940 after 57 years of struggling with the city. This symbol of Boston was dedicated on September 22, 1940. It captures the spirit of Revere's bravery and commitment to the revolution. Revere, wearing a tricorner hat and on horseback, is captured at the moment of his famous ride and serves as a reminder of its importance. In sum, Cyrus Dallin was a talented sculptor who focused on the history and culture of America. He created allegorical and historical figures and native people he depicted with deep respect. His sculptures capture the spirit of Arlington and are a testament to his great talent and his dedication to honoring the people of his hometown. In Arlington Center, the Jefferson Cutter House is preserved as one of Arlington's treasures in Arlington Center. It offers a home to Cyrus Dallin's sculptures and paintings, houses the Cutter Gallery for local artists' exhibits, and welcomes visitors to enjoy its offerings.